boys and girls, how are you? What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Establish rapport before expecting anyone to listen to you, right? All right. Right now, there is less money circulating in the economy, right? We're going through some challenging times. So there is less money circulating in the economy. So it means this is a challenge. So do not complain about the challenge, but what you should be doing is you should be improving your skills. According to the World Economic Forum, over the next 5 years, 70% of people will need reskilling. So what to do? If you're a salesperson, a sales professional, selling your ideas or products or services, if you're a team manager or a leader who is managing people, if you're a recruiter or a human resources person who is selling the idea of coming working for the company, selling the opportunity to work in that company, or if you are an entrepreneur, selling your idea or product or services to clients or to VCs, two choices here. Either complain or get better at negotiating, get better at sales, get better at communication, get better at rapport building. And today I want to talk about rapport and why it's important. And rapport, I do believe that building rapport and building relationships is the key to success and is the key to influence in both your personal and professional life as well. You know, what is rapport? Rapport, if you were to ask me, it is about appreciating and working with differences. Rapport makes getting things done much easier. Rapport means you can provide good customer service to others and at the same time enjoy being on the receiving end of it too, right? And a major rule in communication, a major rule in selling, a major rule in influencing people is, as you can see from the title, is establish rapport before expecting anyone to listen to you. And when it comes to rapport, there are two most effective ways to build rapport. The first way is to match non-verbal communication, especially voice patterns and eye contact patterns. And number two is by developing a genuine interest in the other person and in their model of their world. So again, there are two most effective ways to build rapport. Number one, match non-verbal communication, especially voice patterns and eye contact. And number two, and more important, develop a genuine, and the key word here is genuine, interest in the other person and in the model of the world. Because if you are genuinely not interested about the other person and you will try to build rapport, it's going to look so fucking fake. And clients, people are like dogs. They will sniff you, they will smell you, they will understand that you are fake. So these are the two ways that you can build rapport. Match non-verbal communication, eye contact, voice pattern, and number two, develop a genuine interest in the other person that you are trying to build rapport to. So matching non-verbal communication, what does it mean? Non-verbal communication rapport is using the sound of your voice and your eye contact patterns to build rapport, and it is the quickest way and most useful way to begin building rapport. Because match others by matching the normal behavior, this is sometimes called pacing, matching with the other person. You know, matching body language, for example, posture, how they stand, gestures, eye contact. Matching voice, tone, and language, for example, speed of speech, volume of speech, rhythm of speech, right? Matching language as well. So when you paraphrase and use the other person's own words to check for agreement and understanding. So you match body language, You match tone of voice, you match language. And if you are working virtually right now, it is much more challenging to build rapport because you cannot match body language. You understand that, right? And paraphrasing is to really understand others and build more rapport. And one of the best methods for me, if you were to ask me, of showing others you have understood them, is by restating what they said. And this is called paraphrasing. Example. For example, let's say I'm talking to somebody, so I can say, as I understand, the issue here is blah, blah, blah. So I am paraphrasing what they said. I am basically repeating what they said to build rapport. So as I understand, the issue here is blah, 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 and then provide a summary, a precise summary, or highlight the main points, preferably using the other person's words. And this ensures you are both on the same page. And you are telling the other person and reassuring the other person that you fully understood, and at the same time, this will make them feel more comfortable. That's paraphrasing. Using your eyes. Don't stare at people. Spend some time observing people, and you will soon recognize, if you probably observe people, you will soon recognize what? That there are many different eye contact styles. You have some people who are staring at you. Their eyes never leave your eyes, and practically, they stare at you. Occasionally, this style is used as a power trick to intimidate or to give the impression that the other person is more confident than they really are, like looking at you like this. Okay? That's the fixed style. And then you have their darting style, which is they do look at you, but with very brief glances. They look here, they look at you, they look here, they look at you. Okay? And then you have another one is the no eye contact style, which means their eyes rarely, if ever, meet yours. So to successfully use your eyes in interpersonal communication is to use a slightly different style with each person rather than one size fits all approach, because it doesn't. And this is because treating each person as a unique individual, treating each person as a unique human being is at the core of building better rapport, is at the core of building better relationships, therefore maximizing the similarities between you two and playing down the differences. So for example, if you have somebody that they use the fixed eye stare while speaking to them, while speaking to them, look at them for longer than you might have otherwise do, And by avoid getting into, I will not look away until you do competition. Avoid this. When you are doing the listening, give them quite sustained eye contact. At the other side, the darting style is giving them sustained, eye contact. Will be perceived as aggressive, right? Or even intimidating, because if they look at you, they look there, they're talking to you casually, they look left, they look at you. If you at the same time, you keep staring at them, they will be scared of you. You will come across as intimidating. So what you want to be doing, you want to adapt a somewhat similar style by looking away from time to time, especially when you are doing the speaking. So don't stare at them. And at the same time, if they use minimal contact, make much less eye contact than you normally do, because maybe they are shy. Do you understand that? So when it comes to business situations, right, effective eye contact in business situation, if you want to come across as a person, I suppose that you want to be taken seriously and professionally, keep your gaze in the triangle area between the eyes and the center of the forehead here. As long as your eyes remain at that space and you keep control of the interaction, the other person thinks, the other person reckons that you are someone who means business. So you're looking around here, because it's not as intimidating as if I look straight into your eyes. So you want to be looking at here, because when you look someone that's in here in that spot, it looks like you're looking into their eye, but not as intimidating. And building great relationships as well is not only eye contact, but it also requires you to, that you pace other people. And as a metaphor, comparing pacing people to running alongside a bus or a car. If you try to jump straight onto a moving bus, it is likely that you're going to fall off. In order to jump on a moving bus, what you have to do, you have to gather some speech by racing alongside until you are moving at the same speed before you can jump on the bus. So in order to lead somebody, in order to influence somebody with your point of view, remember to pace them first. This means, what does this mean? This means really listening to them, fully acknowledge them, truly understand where they come from, and be patient about it. So listen, acknowledge, understand where they come from, and have patience. The other most important thing to do, which is number 2, as I said in the beginning, is taking a genuine interest in others. And one of the most effective ways of creating rapport and build trust, it is where most effective rapport happens because of your genuine interest in the other person. If you fucking fake it, stop it, because you're gonna come across as a fake. And it's the worst thing that you can do if you come across as fake. It's better not to build rapport at all. It's better than come across as fake. So one of the best ways to show others that you genuinely care is to ask questions about them, because people love to talk about themselves. So how are you? How is the lockdown? How are the lockdowns treating you? Are you working from home? How is your family? And so on and so on. So be genuine. This is the best way to create rapport. This is how you have friends, right? This is how friendships are built. And right now, as I said at the beginning, there is less money circulating about in the economy. Therefore, if you want to increase sales, if you want to increase hiring people, if you want to manage maybe your team better, if you are a new manager, learn how to build rapport with people. Not only on your business life, but on your personal life as well. And it is a fact, it is a known fact that everyone likes to talk about themselves. So one of the best things to take advantage of that is to ask people questions about them, their family, and way of life. It depends on the country, but try to avoid politics, religion, right? They're sensitive matters. It depends on the country. So let me share with you 6 ways to improve the way you build rapport. The first one is to take a genuine interest in getting to know the other person and getting to know what is important to the other person. And it has to be genuine. It has to come from your heart. And start to understand them rather than expecting them to understand you first. Take the lead with yourself. That's number 1. Take a genuine interest in getting to know the other person and what is important for them. It will help you in sales, it will help you in retention, it will help you in recruiting people, it will help you in your business if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur. Number 2, you need to pick up on the key words, favorite phrases, and way of speaking that person uses, and then build this into your conversation. Number 3, you need to notice how someone, the other person you're talking to, likes to handle information, because different people handle information different way. Do they like lots of details or just the big picture? As you speak to them, feedback information in this same portion size. So you need to notice how someone likes information. Are they really an analytical person? Maybe an introvert? Or maybe they like to analyze things, so they want details of everything? Or they just want to know the bigger picture? Number 4, you need to be able to look out for the other person's intention. So what is their underlying aim? What do they want to achieve? Rather than what they do or what they say. In other words, learn to read it between the lines, the subtext. The words between the lines and what people really mean to communicate, not only to what they say. So learn to read in between the lines. Another thing that you can do is adapt a similar stance to them in terms of body language, gestures, tone of voice, and speed. Because if I talk really quiet and you come across and you talk really loud, you're going to scare the shit out of me. Understand? So if their tone of voice is here, your tone of voice should be here, a little bit higher than them. So you're matching them, but at the same time you're in control. And at the same time, if they speak really loud and you speak really quiet, they will take control of you. So you need to match tone of voice, speed, and if you're doing face-to-face meetings, try to also to match body language, gestures, and so on. And the last thing, you need to respect. Respect with capital R. Respect the other person's time, respect the other person's energy, respect the other people's favorite people, respect the other people's opinion, respect the other people's money. Because all these things are very important sources to them. So rapport, is a connection. Rapport is a relationship with someone else. So building rapport, building relationship is that process, because it's not going to happen overnight. Because right now, if you're doing online things, to build rapport, it is much more difficult than face-to-face. So building rapport is the process of developing that connection with someone else. And have you noticed, right? Sometimes rapport happens naturally. It happens faster than other times. I'm sure you all had experience where, you straight away, you get on well with somebody else without actually having to try so much. And this is often how friendships start. However, rapport can also be built and developed consciously by finding common ground and being empathetic. So therefore, for me, rapport is basically an emotional connection with other people. Rapport is the process of establishing that connection. Rapport is based on shared experiences or views, or including maybe a shared sense of humor. And building rapport tends to be the most important at the start of any working relationship as well. And that rapport can last for years. And if you look at it from employment's time, employers are more likely to employ somebody who they believe will get on well with their current staff. Because personal relationships are easier to make and develop when there is a closer connection and understanding between parties involved. So because, have you noticed, when we first meet someone new, we start to try to build rapport. We like it or not, this is why small talk exists. The weather, blah, blah, blah. It is a way to try to find things in common with other people and build that build that common bond. And this bond is important because we all have a tendency to want to be with people like us. And it is much easier to build rapport with somebody who is similar to you or who shares a lot of your interests. So keep that in mind, rapport. So before expecting anyone to listen to you, build rapport first. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.